Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something that affects nearly all of us at some point. That frustrating gap between our big dreams and our ability to actually pursue them. You have ambitious goals: writing a book, getting in shape, learning a new skill, building financial freedom. But instead of taking action, you find yourself scrolling endlessly on your phone, binge-watching shows, or telling yourself, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow comes, and the cycle repeats. It feels like laziness, but it's not a permanent character flaw. It's a psychological pattern, and today we're going to unpack the science behind it and give you practical, evidence-based strategies to break free. This isn't just another motivational pep talk. We're approaching this through the lens of psychology, understanding how your brain works, why it resists big tasks, and how you can rewire it for consistent action. By the end of this, you'll have a clear roadmap to turn that tiny spark of ambition into a roaring fire. Let's get into it. The psychology of procrastination. Why your brain prefers comfort over progress. First, let's reframe what you're experiencing. Procrastination isn't laziness. True laziness implies a lack of care or indifference. What most of us deal with is a sophisticated emotional avoidance strategy rooted in how our brains are wired. Your brain is an energy-conserving machine shaped by evolution. It prioritizes immediate comfort and survival over uncertain long-term rewards. This is often called present bias or temporal discounting. We heavily favor rewards now over bigger rewards later. When a goal feels overwhelming, your amygdala, the brain's threat detector, lights up, triggering stress or anxiety. To regulate that negative mood quickly, you avoid the task and opt for something easy and pleasurable, like social media, which gives a quick dopamine hit. Other common psychological triggers include perfectionism, the fear that your work won't be flawless, so you don't start at all. Fear of failure, or even success. Starting means risking judgment or change. Overwhelm. Big tasks create decision paralysis because they lack clear starting points. Research shows procrastination is often poor emotion regulation rather than poor time management. You know what you should do, but the immediate emotional discomfort wins. The good news? This isn't fixed. Habits, neural pathways, and self-regulation can all be strengthened, just like a muscle. Think of your ambitions as a small fire. Right now, it's flickering weakly. Every time you avoid action, you're letting the wind blow it out. But with the right techniques, you can protect and fuel it. Step 1. Make it tiny. The power of small wins and dopamine. Big goals feel scary because they activate that threat response. The solution? Shrink them dramatically. Psychological principle. The brain loves small wins. Completing a tiny task releases dopamine, the motivation and reward neurotransmitter. This creates a positive feedback loop. Small action leads to dopamine, leads to increased motivation, leads to more action. Instead of write a book, commit to writing one sentence today. Instead of run a marathon, lace up your shoes and step outside for 2 minutes. Instead of learn guitar, practice one chord. Why does this work? It bypasses overwhelm and builds self-efficacy, your belief in your ability to succeed. Psychologist Teresa Amabile's research on progress in the workplace showed that small daily achievements dramatically boost motivation and satisfaction. Real-life example. Sarah wanted to write her first novel, but felt paralyzed. She started with just opening her laptop and typing one sentence every morning. Some days it turned into paragraphs. Within months, she had a draft. The key wasn't massive effort. It was consistent micro-progress that rewired her brain to associate writing with reward instead of dread. Implementation tip: break your goal into the smallest possible unit that still moves you forward. Track these wins in a simple journal or app. Seeing a chain of check marks builds momentum through the Zeigarnik effect. Our brains remember unfinished tasks, but completing small ones gives closure and satisfaction. Focus on progress, not perfection. Perfectionism is the enemy of starting. Step 2. Build easy routines and habit stacking. Bypass willpower. Willpower is a limited resource. It depletes throughout the day, a concept called ego depletion. Relying on it is like expecting a phone battery to last forever without charging. Instead, design your environment and routines so good actions become automatic. Habit stacking is a powerful psychological tool here. You link a new behavior to an existing automatic habit. The formula: after current habit, I will new habit. Examples: after I brush my teeth, automatic, I will do 10 push-ups or write one journal sentence. After I pour my morning coffee, I will review my top 3 priorities for the day. After I sit on the couch in the evening, I will read one page of a book instead of immediately grabbing the remote. Why routines work. They reduce decision fatigue. Your brain shifts from "should I do this?" to autopilot. Over time, this creates neuroplasticity, new neural pathways that make the behavior feel natural. Another example: if fitness is your goal, put your workout clothes next to your bed the night before. When you wake up, the visual cue makes starting frictionless. James Clear, in Atomic Habits, emphasizes making good habits obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. Start with just one small routine today. Maybe drinking a glass of water first thing, or making your bed. These keystone habits often trigger positive changes in other areas of life. Step 3. The 2-minute rule. Master the art of starting. The hardest part of any task is the beginning. The 2-minute rule, popularized by James Clear, hacks this perfectly. Scale any new habit down so it takes less than 2 minutes to start. Want to read more? Commit to reading 1 page. Want to exercise? Commit to putting on your shoes and stepping outside. Want to meditate? Commit to sitting quietly for 2 minutes. The psychology here is about behavioral inertia. Once you start, momentum often carries you further. It's like pushing a heavy ball at the top of a hill. The initial push is tough, but then it rolls on its own. This rule is especially effective for procrastinators because it lowers the perceived cost to almost zero. Your brain stops resisting. After the 2 minutes, you have permission to stop. But most people continue because the activation energy is already spent. Pro tip: pair this with a reward. After your 2 minutes, listen to a favorite song, enjoy a stretch, or give yourself genuine praise. Positive reinforcement strengthens the habit loop. Cue to routine to reward. Additional psychological tools to build momentum. Beyond the 3 core steps, here are more research-backed strategies. Reframe your self-talk. Replace "I have to" with "I get to" or "I'm choosing to." This shifts from obligation, which triggers resistance, to autonomy. Address emotional blocks. If fear or perfectionism is strong, practice self-compassion. Psychologist Kristin Neff's work shows that treating yourself kindly during setbacks reduces procrastination more effectively than self-criticism. Environment design. Make distractions harder and good actions easier. Use website blockers during focus time, or keep your phone in another room. The next action principle. When stuck, ask, what's the very next physical action I can take? This combats vagueness. Accountability. Tell a friend your small commitment, or join a community. Social pressure and support leverage our need for belonging. Handling setbacks and building long-term consistency. Everyone fails. The difference is in recovery. Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. Use a growth mindset. Carol Dweck. View setbacks as learning opportunities, not proof of inadequacy. When you slip, don't beat yourself up. Analyze gently. What triggered the avoidance? Adjust your small step or routine accordingly. Consistency beats intensity. Small actions done regularly compound into massive results over time. Visualize your future self, the one who took consistent action. Studies on future self-continuity show that feeling connected to your future self increases motivation for delayed rewards. Your call to action. Start today. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need massive motivation. You just need to start small, build routines, and use the 2-minute rule. Pick one thing right now. Write one sentence toward that book. Practice one chord on the guitar. Do 2 minutes of movement. Stack one tiny habit onto your morning routine. Your dreams aren't going anywhere, but they won't build themselves. Every expert, every successful person you admire started exactly where you are, facing resistance, but choosing to take the next small step anyway. Remember, you are not lazy. You're human, with a brain that can be understood and gently redirected. Be kind to yourself, celebrate your small wins, and keep adding fuel to that fire. If this resonated with you, drop a comment. What's the one small step you're committing to today? Like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs it. We've got more psychology-backed strategies coming. Until next time, take that first tiny action. You've got this. Thanks for watching. Go make your dreams happen, one small, consistent step at a time.